Greetings, Naked News Guy here, and today I want to clear up some misunderstandings on the 14th Amendment and citizenship. Now, the 14th Amendment in plain English says that anyone who's born in the United States is a citizen. However, in order to understand an amendment, you need to understand intent. If that was the case, why weren't American Indians citizens until 1924? The reason is simple. American Indians were not considered citizens until 1924 because they had allegiance and membership in their own tribal nations. Likewise, this amendment was intended to protect the rights of slaves. Slaves at that point, except for maybe a very few exceptions of those who were either elderly or illegally imported into the country after the slave trade was banned, were by that point all born in the United States. Their parents were born in the United States. Nobody would argue that the majority of former slaves were born in other countries. Likewise, if your parents are not citizens of the United States, then you are a citizenship of your parents' countries. This is why, for example, if an American is born on an army base in Germany, they are not considered a German. Recently, a man whose father was Jamaican, who was born in Germany, and his father was serving in the American military, was not deported to Germany. He was not considered a German citizen. By the same token, this amendment was never construed to be that anyone who happens to give birth in the United States is creating a new American citizen. Granted, with a lot of things that are old laws, they need to be updated and they need to be clarified because they are often used as an argument as to why, quote unquote, nobody is born illegally in the United States. If I break into your house and I give birth in your living room, that doesn't give my child a right to live in your house. And all a country is a collection of the people who live there and who are supposed to be living there. You know, if people don't like it, then they can come here illegally, or they can not come here at all. It is not our responsibility to grant citizenship to people simply because their parents decided to violate the law. If their parents had followed the laws in the first place, they wouldn't be here and they wouldn't be born here. And you know what? I know I'm going to get a lot of comments on this channel, but I don't care. As much as I believe in helping our own citizens out, I don't believe that countries shouldn't exist, and I don't believe that we should just open our doors and become like everywhere else. We do not need to take in the world's problems simply because some people don't like the fact that they're born in a bad country. If you're born in a bad country, stay there and fix it. Us taking you in is not going to change that. And just because your parents broke the law and happened to give birth to you here does not mean that you are a citizen. The former slaves were born in the United States. Their children were born in the